Good morning, everyone. So today we will discuss the magnitude of organizational behavior as science. So this is in continuation of our last discussion, but today we will discuss the fields of each behavior as a science. So we have here first the psychology. As we all know, that psychology is the science that seeks to measure and explain the behavior of humans and other animals. So this will be the inclusion of the learning, the motivation, personality, emotions, perceptions, training, job satisfaction, decision making, performance appraisal, the attitude measurement, work design, and the work stress. So as you can see, these are all, this personality or this field is all in the inclusion of psychology. So si motivation ay napakapaloob din kay psychology. Why? Because if you are a motivated person or employee, it drives you to a success. Okay? Pwede din ikaw ang maging motivation para sa iba or ikaw mismo ang nagmo-motivate sa sarili mo towards of your success in the near future. So personality is one of the biggest factor inside the psychology kasi dito masusukat kung sino ka at anong meron ka. What do we mean by kung sino ka? Diyan malalaman sa personality if you are a what you call this one, if you are a positive thinker. What do you mean by that? Kahit stress ka na sa problema mo, you still have always that rainbow after the rain. No, always mong binibigyan ng positivity ang lahat ng sitwasyon kahit alam mong tagilig na. Alright, so of course, pasok si emotion on how you handle your emotion in and out of the business or the administration itself. Perception, we already tackled that one, kung ano ang pananaw mo in the near future in order to have development. So, of course, under training, psychology is under training. So, dun din masusukat at ano ang maa-acquire mo all throughout your training. Dito din yung learning, dito din yung knowledge, dadagdagan yung skills, and etc. Okay. As you can see, pasok din si psychology sa performance appraisals. So, what do you mean by performance appraisal? This is the measurement or the assessment and the evaluation of each employee. At ang gagawa lang nito is yourself and your boss. So, maraming klase ang performance appraisal. We have two, traditional and the modern method of a performance appraisal. So, marami ito. And this is, performance appraisal is nakadepende dito kung ipo-promote ka ba or hindi. Alright, so followed by the work design and the work stress. It is all under the psychology. So next is sociology. So we all know that sociology is a study of people in relation to its fellow human being. So ito yung interaction in social group. Ika nga, 'di ba? So under this is the group dynamics, work teams, communication, power, conflict, intergroup behavior, organizational technology, organizational change, and organizational culture. As you can see under sociology, it is all about the groups, on how you interact, on how you connect to one another in order to have dalawa lang, the development or the conflict. So, kung you as a group having a conflict inside your team, of course, there will be chaos. There will be conflicts. So, if there will be a conflicts and there will be a chaos, there will be a barrier in your development or success as a group. So, kailangan may communication, may work teams, dynamics, and what we call the aura inside the team. Alright. Next, social psychology. Okay, so we all know that social psychology, it is an area of psychology that blends the concept taken from psychology and sociology and focuses in the influences of people on one another. This is the what we call pakipaghalubilo. Under this one is behavioral change, communication, groups processes, and group discussion making. So, pakikipaghalubilo. Okay, let's talk about first the behavioral change. Bakit merong behavioral change all throughout inside sa grupo ninyo? Kasi na-adapt each behavior at anong naiambag ng bawat isa sa'yo. Ano yung mga factor na nakukuha mo inside the community, whether it's good or it's bad. So, pasok siya sa behavioral change. Pwede din itong maging motivation. So, kung ikaw as palalate, no, palalate ka na employee, so inside your work team na, bakit palagi silang on time, palagi silang mabilis at what do we call that, palagi silang on time sa trabaho or minsan, mas maaga pa sila sa trabaho. So, gayahin ko pala. It is part of behavioral change and the motivation itself. Of course, pakikipaghalubilo means communicating, okay? Paano ka ma-in sa isang grupo kung hindi ka nakikipag-communicate and cooperate? Alright? So, group processes, of course, every group meron niyang mga goals and objective. That is why every group has a process. So, hindi yan tipong laktaw-laktaw. Kailangan step by step. Alright, group decision making. So, we have the group decision making na-adapt dito si democracy. What do we mean by that? So, it is the majority rule, but the minority must be protected. So, inside of this is what we call the sonum bonum. Okay? Majority rule, and the minority must be protected. Ang ibig sabihin po nun, kung sino ang pinakamaraming, for example, meron kayong dapat i-desisyon. Okay? May pagdedesisyonan kayo. So, ang iba ayaw, ang iba gusto. So, in order to have a peaceful decision making, so kailangan pagbotohan ninyo. So, kung sino yung pinakamaraming boto, yun yung masusunod. But those minority must be protected. Kailangan meron kayong another na way, okay, pag ito hindi sundin natin yung kabilang o yung tipong yung minority na desisyon, okay? So, kailangan merong plano, okay? Para walang conflict. Now, let's talk about anthropology. So, we all know that anthropology, it is the study of societies to learn about human beings and their activities. Alright, so inside anthropologies, we have comparative values, comparative attitudes, cross-cultural analysis, and organizational environment. As you can see, yung mga values at mga fields under the organization development science. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, ikot-ikot lang siya, no? So, this anthropology is called comparative values. It is a comparison of between two people. Ito yung comparison na good side. In order to have development sa isang personality. Of course, it set also a motivation towards the success for all. Okay? Hindi lang to para sa isa. It is for all. And then, comparative attitude. Parehas lang din yan sila sa values and attitudes. Although, ang values is yung mas more on morality, yung tipong, ang attitudes naman, ito yung tipong attitudes mo towards your employee or employer at para sa sarili mo at saka para sa kumpanya. Then, the cross-cultural analysis, this is all those inside of the group or businesses, iba-iba yung mga kultura. Of course, we have that. Hindi lang naman sa isang kumpanya, puro lang yan mga ganitong tribo, ganitong languages. Of course, halo-halo. You have to analyze every people inside the team in order to cope up with or interconnect with one another. Okay? Kailangan din respetuhin. Okay, organizational environment. As you can see, you as a boss or as a employee or employer have give a aura and a positive environment all throughout the company or the team. All right. Next is what we have, political science. So we all know that political science, it is the study of behavior of individuals and groups within a political environment. Under this is organizational power and politics and conflict. So pasok pa rin si conflict. As you can see, organizational power, of course, kung nasa pinakababa ka, wala kang karapatan mag-utos sa boss mo. Dapat from boss to employee, hindi employee to boss. Now, when we talk about the decision making, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, under the political science, kailangan vice versa. Okay, what do we mean by that? Political science, what I mean is organizational power under decision making, it should be from boss to employee, then employee to boss. So, we have boss to employee. Yung tipong ang desisyon ng taas ay ganito. Okay, papababa yan. So, walang dapat magpo-question nun. Kasi, sa taas pa lang, pinagdiskusyonan na ng mga boss yun, ang anong nararapat para sa karamihan. So, under naman sa employee to boss na decision making, of course, ang mga employee, meron yan silang ideas. Meron yan silang mga objectives and goals all throughout for the team. So, for that, in order to para mabigyan siya ng memo, kailangan muna niyang i-present sa mga boss. Alright? So, hindi kailangan na, ito gusto namin, hindi. Kailangan i-present yung idea na makakabuti sa karamihan sa mga boss. And then, the boss will decide. Okay? That is the organizational power under decision making. So another, the politics under the organizational power. Of course, may makikita ka talagang hindi lang naman ang politics is sa gobyerno, makikita mo din yan sa mga boss, sa mga heads, sa mga simple things na tipong merong hindi gusto inside the team. For example, si Ana at si Juan ay both leaders, okay? Tapos may idea si Ana na ayaw ni Juan. Si Juan nangangampanya ngayon na, wag niyong iboto yung idea ni Ana ha, kasi ganito yan. So, of course, si Juan maghahanap yan ng butas. Maghahanap yan ng possibilities na mapabagsak yung idea ni Ana. So, that is under politics. Kinakampanya niya yung mga ayaw niya. Okay? So, and it is what we call conflict. Kasi nga, pag may ganun, pag ayaw ng isa sa isang idea, of course, they already have that politics inside and may conflict na yan sila, personally or in business. Alright, next, engineering. So, as we all know, engineering is the applied science of energy and matter. It is all about the organizational design and structures. Alright, next, management. Okay, so under management, it is the originally called administrative science. It is the study of the design and implementation of various administrative and organizational system. So under management is communication system, leadership, motivation, rewards, change management. So communication system, this would be under as you can still remember the organizational power, the decision making, kasama yan siya sa communication system. Then, of course, the leadership, how you will manage the team, the personality, the values, or pagkakaiba ng mga kultura ng bawat teammates mo. So, that is what we call leadership. Hindi puro utos, of course, you are a good follower in your own rules and regulation, to be guided by your objectives and goal all throughout your target na outcome. Okay, next is motivation. Of course, as being a leader or a manager, of course, you have to motivate every individual inside in your workplace. Kasi hindi ka matatawag na leader na kung tipong bubulihin mo yung isang tao. Okay? Always put empathy on every situation, not sympathy. Ladies and gentlemen, why? You always think that if you are on their shoes or shoe, ano na lang kaya ang mararamdaman mo? Okay? For example, palaging late si Ana. Napapansin mo, nakakaapekto ang late sa isang kumpanya, hindi lang kay Ana. So, you have to talk. Okay? You have to talk. Pasok si communication system. You have to talk. And pasok si leadership. You have to talk to to Ana na what happened? Ano nangyayari sa'yo? Bakit ka palaging late? O may nangyayari ba sa'yo? Bakit ka late? O tipong mayroon ka bang nararamdaman bakit ka late? Okay, syempre, of course, si Ana naman, magsasabi ng damdamin. It's either traffic, of course, marami namang dahilan sa mundo. May mga anak, kailangan pa yung mga asikaso, bla 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 bla, kung ano-ano pang mga dahilan. Hindi maubos-ubos sa dahilan. Alright, in order to give motivation, you have to listen first before you talk, okay? You have to listen to Ana or to the other employee or your teammates, ano nangyari, what happened. Whether it's negative or positive, always put a positive side and a solution, positive solution. So, ngayon, magbibigay ka ng advice kay Ana sa situation na binigay niya or sa reason na binigay niya. And then, you have to motivate. Okay, paano mo motivate? Okay, Ana, kung ang reason niya is, for example palagi siyang late dahil sa traffic jam. Okay, Ana, we all know that traffic is everywhere and part na ng society yan. Okay? Alam naman talaga natin na palaging traffic everyday. So, ano ang kailangan mong gawin para hindi ka malate sa traffic? Okay, ang in natin is 7 a.m. Then you should be aalis ka ng bahay ng 5 a.m. Okay. Ngayon, pag ma-stuck ka pa rin sa traffic, try 4:30 a.m. Okay? So, sabihan mo, you have to manage your oras or your schedule. And then, if you do that for 2 weeks, consecutive weeks without late, then I will give you a reward plus bonus sa salary. Of course, ma-motivate siya na, ay, sige, let's try that one, boss. And then, makasanayan na unti-unti ni Ana. After 2 weeks, makasanayan niya na yan. Whether may reward or wala, pasok siya sa motivation. Now, pag magawa niya yan within 2 weeks, pasok siya sa rewards. Okay, another thing sa rewards. Ang grupo mo inside your group is you have to group it again into a small group. Okay, parang i-competition mo siya, pero good competition para ma-motivate din sila. Okay, Group A, Group B, Group B, Group C. Alright, Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group T. Alright, each team may leader din. So, I will be your overall leader and your evaluator and your assessor. So, each team, kailangan 4% lang yung late or absences, okay? Or walang absences all throughout the 2 weeks. So, if that happened, there will be a bonus. What do you mean by bonus? Salary bonus. Okay. So, mag-iisip talaga, wow, may bonus daw. Siyempre, each team, kailangan mag-meeting o kailangan hindi na tayo magpa-late ha, or kailangan hindi tayo mag-absent ha, not unless emergency. Parang ganun. And then, if they do that, all the teams do that, of course, rewardan mo sila as your promise. Then, of course, pasok si change management. Kasi, lalo na pag magaling yung leader or manager, syempre, aakyat siya sa pwesto. And of course, yung mga candidates for the next managers or next na maghawak ng management is yung mga ganun din ang ability and personality. Now, let's the last one is the medicine. We all know that medicine, it is an applied science of treatment of disease to enhance an individual's health and well-being. Of course, pasok dito si stress management. So, under the situation, including the business, of course, we have this stress. So, in order to have the management under stress, we have under science is the medicine. So, the field of organizational behavior encompasses several aspects. First, it is applications oriented. It provides useful answers to several management problems, especially in individual, group, and organizational levels. Second, it is humanistic oriented. So it emphasizes that individual feelings, attitude, and perceptions, visions, and goals are important to the organization. Third, it provides explanation on the impact of external environment on organizational behavior. Fourth, it is substantiate the roles of scientific method in organizational behavior research. And lastly, organizational behavior is multidisciplinary. It draws principles from several disciplines such as the fields mentioned earlier such as psychology, sociology, anthropology, etc., etc. Alright, I hope you learned something from it today. I hope you have a wonderful day, everyone. Take good care of yourself. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.